Bitcoin in mid pump. Where can we expect it to go next? 10K, 6K? I don't know. Well, stay tuned for the video. Stick around. If y'all are brand new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We put out a Bitcoin video every single day on this channel, so I want to thank y'all for coming back. Let's go ahead and get started. So if y'all are brand new to the channel, we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel to go over the charts every single day. So if y'all are interested in that, check the links down in the description box below, and y'all can learn a little bit more. But let's go ahead and continue on here. We're at the 15-minute chart here. We're going to browse through these time frames, and as y'all know, Bitcoin has been making a substantial move to the upside. It has been one heck of a morning for us here on this Wednesday, this hump day. So I hope everyone's doing well out there. I hope everyone was staying safe during these trading times. And yeah, if y'all are interested, don't forget that I have the sign up special for the Patreon page as well. It's 35% off as of right now. I will leave this open for one more week, the first week of May. And during that first week, there's 4 more spots to fill for this special price on this 35% off price. That will be your locked-in price for the trading group. But we actually got in at about 7,900. And I was like, hey guys, it doesn't look like we're going to get that retracement that we were expecting after all. We broke some major trend line support or some resistance, and we continue to just skyrocket from there. So right now, both of my positions are in over 200% right now. It's pretty insane. So I think everyone's doing really nice in the trading group. I'm glad we were able to catch this too. I know we were kind of staying out of the market for a while just because of the sideways movement. We really didn't. We were expecting maybe some retracement, but we didn't end up getting that, and we were able to read that ahead of time and then take this move to the upside. So now we're just waiting for potential indications to let us know that we are topping out. But we're going to dive into the time frames real quick. So our 15-minute time frame, as you can see, our VWAP, we're just steadily trending above that there, breaking out of our channel here as well with the huge green candles up to the top side here. So if anything, I would expect that maybe some retracement, but as we know, Bitcoin, especially when it decides to take off, we really can just see it just start to move and moon too, pretty much, and just kind of leaving everything in the dust. So it does kind of seem like Bitcoin is ready to do that right now, just kind of ready to leave everything in the dust and continue its way forward. But let's even see, you can tell here our money flow is just really, really heavily into that thick green area right now, entering somewhat of that 60% area too, where you can tell things are a little bit in a overbought positioning. But nonetheless, when Bitcoin is ready to moon, it can stay in overbought positions for a while and without any retracement. So it's really going to be up to the whales right now. And I know a lot of people are even saying that, hey, TA is not your friend right now. But luckily, we've been given a great indicator by CryptoFace, and we can at least use this to our liking to kind of get an upper hand on some of these market movements if our trend line support resistance aren't really telling us what we need to know. So let's go into the 45 minute. 45 minutes still kind of telling us that we're in a heavily we're starting to move into that overbought positioning on that money flow and our blue waves as well. But it still just looks like we want to stay pretty high in the sky here as of right now. So that is our 45-minute time frame. Moving on into our 1 hour, let's see what's going on here. 1 hour also, I mean, you can just see how big of a parabolic movement this has actually been for Bitcoin the past couple of hours. I mean, just a steady trajectory to the upside here. That Elon Musk rocket ship has just taken off and is ready to, colonize Mars right now, or the surrounding planets, maybe even head over to, Jupiter and Uranus and Saturn too. It just definitely looks like it's not slowing down at all for the most part. So I did want to come back and recategorize what I noticed on our pattern here. This is our 45-minute. Now, I was kind of expecting us to maybe have this dump to the downside here. Our money flow, I wanted it to maybe trickle into the red just a tad bit before I decided to take a position. Well, I had been watching this, pretty much all night, and I was up till the wee hours and wanted to see what was going to happen, because we broke this major resistance line here with substantial, nice little breakout volume to the upside. And when we had that breakout up above this resistance line, I noticed that our money flow just was starting to move back to the upside. I was like, hey man, we're probably not going to get this sell off after all. All these higher time frames are still looking pretty bullish too. Sometimes the money flow can find a little bit of support at the zero pivot point and then bounce back from there, as we've seen back here and right here as well. And so when we broke this one of these major trend line resistance areas with a substantial amount of volume, we came back up here to retest this, and I said, hey, this looks like we're going to break through. I know I'd been keeping an eye on this as well, this channel, but I figured with all the bullish momentum that was happening right now, I figured, hey, we're definitely going to break through this. So back here at about 7,800, 7,900, my bot had signaled, and I said, hey guys, let's just go ahead and take this, and we made that move up there, and we're sitting in very nice profit right now too. But at the same time, hey, I didn't want to jump into anything too early. All this sideways movement down here. My trading group actually knows that I'm a very conservative trader for the most part, and they also know that I'm very patient with my trades too. I don't like to hop in too early, and I like to make sure that I get a nice confirmation of confluence to be able to take the trade, right? And so I definitely recommend that y'all do the same and just use proper risk management, so that way y'all know that the trades will end up coming to you. And I think CryptoFace talks about this a lot too. But we kind of we were just waiting, and we still made a substantial amount of gains here, and plan on making a lot more going on into May and going on into the halving right now. So let's go back to our 1 hour here. And yeah, guys, if y'all are interested, don't forget that this is a limited time only for 35% off. Like I said, I will be leaving it open the first week of May, but there's only 4 spots left, and if those 4 spots get filled, I'm gonna have to close it off, and the prices will go back up. So make sure that y'all get signed up now. Y'all can see all the perks that y'all get down here, the daily summary, private analysis videos, the signal bots inside of there as well. Altcoin charts, and all the Patreon videos too. The Patreon videos are very helpful. I always recommend that y'all go back and watch those if y'all do become a member, to make sure that you get your questions answered too. If you go back and watch some of those videos, that'll be very helpful for y'all. If y'all do want to, if y'all want me to go over or review a certain altcoin or something in a traditional market or a fiat currency using Market Cipher, y'all can actually sign up for the YouTube membership. It's a little bit cheaper than the Patreon membership, but you will still get access to give me requests on what you want me to review. Because most of the time I just I just go over the Bitcoin charts on the channel, and that's my main source. That's usually what I trade for the most part, but I'm also starting to branch out to other charts, and I'm willing to go over those for y'all as well. So feel free to check out the YouTube membership page. Just sign up and then direct message me on whatever platform you would like, and I will fulfill your request in a private video for you. So check that out. And then also don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. If you are a member, you can, if you want to. It's you can still sign up for the giveaways at least. I'll make sure that you are still in the raffle drawing for the giveaways. But I like to send out the newsletters once a month maybe. And usually I'll use some of the private videos that I give my Patreon members. I'll send them out to my newsletter subscribers as well. So I know like funds are tight right now, given all the pandemic and everything too. So, but at the same time, if y'all just want to keep in touch with me and also be qualified for some giveaways, then make sure y'all sign up for the newsletter. I think that's the second link in the description box below if y'all are interested in that. Let's go back to the charts here really quick, and we can see on the charts, this 2 hours, this is the 1 hour here, but we were starting to trickle off, and then now, hey, it looks like that money flow is just bouncing back again for us, even on the 2 hour. On the 2 hour, we can see that we finally got our buy signal there, and we just kind of made a steady trajectory to the upside. So money flow is still looking like it hasn't even topped out yet for the most part, which is still very bullish for us too, going on into these higher time frames. But we steadily just started holding support above our 13 EMA here on our 2 hour, and it was really, really nice support for us there. I'm surprised at like how well it actually held without any retracement too. So I know that some people are talking about, well, it's the Fed injection, this and that. And hey, it may be, I haven't really looked at traditional markets today, but I definitely think that they're also up as well. From what I've been hearing is that it looks like this is an irregular bottom for us. And I have no doubt in my mind that this is definitely an irregular bottom. But at the same time, hey, if we can play off of it and we can actually make some money off of it, then let's go for it. So, still possibly end up, a lot of these Elliott waivers are still expecting some retracement, after topping out too. So we're going to keep an eye on the charts. I definitely feel that 2020 is the year to learn how to harness your trading skills, and so far it has been paying off for us. We are definitely up for the whole year. If you've been part of the trading group as well, you know that you are up for the whole year as well, and I just want to congratulate y'all for sticking around, especially on the channel too. Y'all been helping the channel grow, so don't forget to share the video, comment down below something that you find interesting today in Bitcoin or in cryptocurrency in general, and I would really appreciate that too as well. But let's go into our 4 hour. Our 4 hour has signaled our buy as well. We just got a lot of sideways movement here, and these candle body wicks were just didn't know what direction it wanted to take us. So that's why I was like, I don't know where it wants to go just yet. We broke this major trend line support, which held us all the way back up to that 10K, that 10.5K area. So we can take a look at that here in a little bit once we start to zoom out a little bit more. But that was definitely a nice break to the upside there. And then this channel resistance was next. And I definitely felt like we were going to easily break through that just with all the bullishness and how quickly we broke through this trendline support here. It looked like the momentum was ready to carry us through there. No signs of big retracement just yet, but usually, sometimes during the bull run, Bitcoin likes to retrace a little bit. But, as of right now, I think we had a CME gap at about 9K. I'm not sure if that's exactly been filled just yet. We'll take a look at it here and see what it might be telling us if we can go into regular candles. So it looks like we have a gap right at about that 9K area. So it hasn't been filled just quite yet. It looks like it is ready to be filled. So that is probably our next target, is maybe that 9K area going forward, being that everything is still moving to the upside. Money flows on most time frames are still in a pretty big trajectory to the upside as of right now. Let me get my chart back together real quick. And so y'all can definitely see how this channel, we've been consolidating here. Some people are calling it a bear flag. Well, when Bitcoin's bullish, it doesn't it doesn't always go by everyone's TA, right? And that's really one thing you just have to consider, is that sometimes you can't rely on traditional TA when Fed is injecting money all the way into these markets. And so I think that that's where a lot of people maybe got hung up at. And it's, it happens. You have to, just go with it and, decide to move on. You say, hey, I close that position or whatever, and I'm going to move on with life, and I'm going to make money this next time. And so that's really what it is. And you got to keep a pretty firm mindset about it too, and not let it bog you down. We've all been there, and it happens, but at the same time, if you continue to move forward and move on with life, then I think you'll be okay. So let's go into our Heikinashi candles here. 6 hour also giving us a nice buy signal here just now. So definitely looking pretty bullish for the most part. Definitely Bitcoin looks like it's ready to start just putting in some of these bigger green candles for the next couple of days, maybe an hour or two. and so our money flow is still moving here. Our blue wave's finally moving into that oversold positioning too. RSIs are starting to get into that oversold positioning as of right now, but you can sell RSIs kind of trickling off just a tad bit. But I think that, overall, with our money flow still moving pretty higher on these, some of these, even these higher time frames here. Now, the 8-hour was one that I saw kind of trickling off just a tad bit with money flow. But as you can see here, we are definitely putting in another top side movement, and maybe even trying to get above our previous high that was over here, getting ready to maybe come up all the way to the 60% mark. And, it's a possibility. I don't want to be too bullish just yet, but I definitely feel that we need to break through 9K. And once we start to break through 9K, then it's, it could be blast off from even there on out. So we just need to kind of roll with the punches right now and take what the market gives us, and then keep moving forward from there. So if y'all are interested in joining the Discord server, it is free to join. The private Patreon trading group category on there is you have to have access to it. In order to get access to it, obviously you have to join the Patreon page to get access to that private trading group. But you can still join the server. There's people in there that'll help you out with any questions. I have a lot of people in there that are just willing to help out with things too. So thanks for them. Thanks to them for being there for support of people that have the questions that they need answered. And if y'all are just curious about, if y'all are brand new to trading too as well, and y'all are wanting to join the trading group, get in there, start getting familiar with some of the people that are in there. That'll help you out through your journey, because I can't always be there for you every step of the way. I give my private analysis to the group every single day, but sometimes I can't answer everyone's questions, and someone else could probably get to the question before me. So just get familiar with everyone. It's a lighthearted environment for us, and we want to make sure that we can definitely help the people out that we need. And so whenever you do join the server, you just need to read through the community rules and guidelines, and then there's a little green checkbox that you click. Once you click that green checkbox, you'll have access to the server. It's just an easy way for us to weed out some of the some of the negativity, right? And so also the Telegram channel is available if y'all are interested. I just gave some voice memos in there earlier, so feel free to join the Telegram channel. It's free to join, and you can stay up to date with what's going on. If I can't put out a video right away or something and I see something in the charts, then I'll update you through there. So we're looking at our 8 hours still. You can tell our money flow is still kind of moving to the upside here, which is a nice little movement there, which is great. So as we start to move into these higher time frames, you can see that it's our 200 daily moving average, and we've been kind of breaking through that very nicely. So very, very good for Bitcoin to break through some of this resistance point. As we move into our daily, we'll see that we are finally getting support above the 200 daily moving average. Moving into our 21 hour, also money flow is still looking pretty nice there. Our daily, see, we are, let's go into our regular candles to see if we've closed above it. It looks like we're ready to close above it through the day. Massive amount of green candle for y'all there over that 200 daily moving average, which is as we know, traders like to keep a very keen eye on to see if we are ready to be in a bull market or not. So, we could start to trend up a little bit higher. As y'all can see here, what happened last time, we still kind of moved above it, and same here, just a tad bit. We had some rejection, but I feel like we're starting to make a little bit of a stronger support above our 200 daily moving average. So as we start to, move up a little bit higher above this 200 daily moving average, we could see a substantial amount, of percentage gains being put in here above this 200 daily moving average. So it's a firm possibility as well. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't really use that for the higher time frame, so I'm going to just turn that off real quick. And then we'll continue with the higher time frame analysis just to see what might be going on here, where we might be able to see some topping out patterns. But everything as of right now is looking relatively like the bulls are going to stay in control for a little while longer. Our daily is also giving us this this bullish cross here as well, this golden cross here on the daily with our key EMAs. So now I know a lot of people have been talking about this trendline resistance up here. I've been kind of keeping a close eye on that as well. And that looks to be at about, that 10K area, if anything, which I definitely feel like is going to be some resistance for us above head pretty soon. It's just yet to be determined how soon we get there, right? I mean, we could end up moving out sideways just a tad bit more. We have this trendline support structure that we probably need to hold, so we probably need to hit 10K and hold this support structure. If we do end up breaking this support structure at about, right now it's probably about 7,500, then I would expect a little bit more retracement and maybe a dive down further. But definitely, the price action looks like it's has 10K in its eyes right now, and it's kind of pushing towards that area. 2-day also more or less looking, money flow starting to move to the top side. Blue Cipher wave is also still in an upwards trajectory as of right now, maybe anticipating this golden cross here between our two key EMAs as well. To indicate that bullishness as we move forward. Even on our 3-day also signaling green money flow. Blue wave also upward trajectory. We have a blue triangle indicating a trend reversal as well on the charts. So definitely interesting times for Bitcoin, to say the least. If y'all are interested in upgrading to a new TradingView plan, I use the premium plan. It just allows you to have basically unlimited indicators and alerts as well. But if y'all are using Market Cipher, I would at least recommend that y'all have the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen, such as the Aldo EMAs and the Whales buy sell signals. So both of those are custom signals, and actually on the Aldo EMAs you can customize what EMA ribbons you want on there. I tell y'all how to set that up inside of the Patreon page as well. So that's why I always say, if you do become a Patreon member, make sure to go back and rewatch those Patreon videos, those private videos that I have on the Patreon page as well, to tell you how I get everything set up in TradingView. The 3 commas bot is an excellent bot that I use too. It allows you to program basically your own bot for leverage exchanges. So if y'all are interested in that, check the link down in the description box below. It's been helping me a lot with my trading, to say the least. I can put in my limit orders relatively quickly, exit my limit orders, because I know that sometimes some of these exchanges get bogged down, but usually with 3 commas, I can make the change like that ASAP, and it goes through. So check the link in the description box below if y'all are interested in setting up a 3 commas bot as well for your leverage trading. If y'all just want to buy on HODL, definitely we would recommend that you buy some cold storage devices to start to DCA into these markets and accumulate and take it off of the exchange. Remember, not your keys, not your coins. So I use the Ledger X and S. Right now, I think if you buy a Ledger Nano X, you get a free S with it too as well. So be sure to check those links in the description box below. For the most part, with my trading group, we all use Bybit, and there's just some people that use Kraken, I think, as well too. But for the most part, I use Bybit. It's been a relatively easy platform to learn, but there are some learning curves in there. I think someone had just joined the Discord server the other day and asked what was the difference between limit orders, market orders. So that's one thing that I encourage y'all to come into the Discord channel if y'all have any questions on trading. That way we can get them answered before y'all decide to join the Patreon group. Because like I said, I can only step you through so much in the Patreon group, but I would at least want you to have a little bit of prior knowledge before you start to trade on any exchange itself. And Bybit allows you to actually access a test net where you can trade fake BTC, basically paper trade BTC on the exchange once you get signed up. So whenever you do get signed up with the link in the description box, just come over here, ask chat how to access the testnet, and then once you access the testnet, you can make sure that you're a profitable trader, make sure that your algorithm's working, make sure that you understand what limit orders, market orders are, how to ladder orders, how to adjust your leverage. There's a lot of things that you could probably step through, and tutorials that y'all can probably look up as well before y'all actually get started leverage trading, because I don't want want y'all just, depositing your BTC onto the exchange and, doing 100x. That's not what you need to be doing. So, make sure that you check out the testnet first before you actually deposit your BTC onto an exchange, and, start learning that way, if anything. And then also Prime XBT allows you to leverage trade commodities, S&P 500, gold and silver. And actually the gold and silver charts are looking relatively nice too. I actually made a private analysis video inside of the Patreon page for silver and gold and also the S&P 500. But, they're looking like they're ready to be that safe haven for people to jump into as well. So if y'all want to leverage trade those with Bitcoin, Prime XBT allows you to leverage trade these commodities with Bitcoin and also some different fiat currencies as well. Let's go back to the charts one more time. Our 3-day chart, as you can see, putting in that reversal sign of that blue triangle there, still, doesn't seem like it's ready to top out on our blue wave just yet. Same with our 4-day. 4-day, maybe even giving us a sign that we're ready to start moving into that green money flow once again. In our blue wave, seeing some upside potential here. Now, I really am keeping I'm keeping an eye on some of these higher time frames from probably our 4-day, maybe from our 3-day all the way to our weekly. As you can see, our Cipher waves, our Cipher B waves have given us some very good indications of where we've been topping out at too. When we hit this 10.5K, we had a red dot up here, and that was one of our peak areas as well. And then, even back here when we hit like that 9.5K area, or that was about 10K as well. We had another red dot. So I'm keeping an eye on this to maybe see some topping out potential. But as of right now, it looks like we still have a lot of room above head. As you can see, we are currently retesting 8,700 once again. Yeah, and it definitely looks like, there's still, sky's the limit right now. So not a lot of overhead resistance that I can really see just yet. But that, something that is yet to be determined. We definitely at least want to fill that CME gap first at about 9K. Then from 9K, if we can find support above 9K, then I would say, definitely Bitcoin's eyeing 10K once again. And then as you can see here on our 5-day, money flow is still looking a little scary there. But I think it's starting to make its way back to the upside. Our blue wave's telling us that we still maybe have some potential run to the upside here in the next, going on into May at least, right? Let's move into our 6-day here. 6-day, so this was one thing that I did kind of wanted to go over just a tad bit. And I might as well just make this video a little bit longer. Hopefully y'all are sticking around with me. Hopefully y'all aren't in too much of a worry that that Bitcoin's on the run and y'all aren't big FOMOing into this. We had actually been anticipating this. I'd been telling my group to start DCAing into these markets, a month ago, since we started to make this move back to the upside here. I just said, hey, I'm DCAing in. I want you to DCA in, and have at least one position that you're leverage trading with, and then have another position that's non-leverage trading, and then also have your HODL position. I always recommend to have a HODL position too, and that's not financial advice, obviously, but it's just what I'm doing in the markets, and if you want to go with that, you can. But we're gonna definitely look for some upside potential and maybe some topping out, and then get ready to maybe sell a little bit of our positioning. And anticipate some more downside to start DCAing back into these markets on another downward trajectory too as well. Because what goes up must come down, and everything can't just be in an upwards movement forever, right? There's got to be some retracement here and there. So looking at our 6-day, you can also tell that our money flow is still kind of rounding off to the top side here. So that's another bearish indication that if money flow is kind of rounding there, we definitely can anticipate maybe some more movement to maybe end up going back into that red money flow area at some time. Even on our 2-week here, we're still in our red money flow with a little bit of sideways movement, maybe some indication that we could put in another move to the upside, but it's still, we just need to be a little cautious here as we're moving forward, especially in our 21-day. Now, this is one that I've been kind of keeping an eye on too as well, to maybe some of these Elliott waivers are, they're not delirious, right? Maybe they're actually anticipating something. I know I would have never caught this down here this 3,800 area if I wasn't listening to some of these Elliott waivers as well. And so I definitely think that they're on to something there, and some of them are still anticipating another push to the downside after we get done topping out here. So we're definitely going to look at that, but I can also see how that would be in confluence with maybe our 21-day money flow, which is every 21st of the month it'll put out a new candle. And I could definitely see that the rest of quarter two being a little bullish, like I've been telling my group as well. But going on into quarter three, maybe something comes back around and we start to head just a tad bit lower too. It's a firm possibility, so I'm not excluding that just yet. Still seeing some resistance at about that 7,900 area on our 21 day. So as we move into the month of May, we'll have to see exactly where this puts us at. I've been hearing a lot of talk around May, mid-May, something else. Who knows? But this is kind of telling me that we're going to see some overhead resistance here, that we've been kind of trending underneath one of our key EMAs here, and we just need to get ready for whatever may occur, and that's honestly what it is too. So, but maybe before the halving, we can get a nice solid move to the upside, and see some nice gains before the next move to the downside. So we're going to keep an eye on these things and keep y'all up to date with what we have going on. But with that being said, y'all, I want to thank y'all for coming back again to the channel. We're just going to go ahead and end it out here. If y'all do want to sign up for the Brave browser, it is a lightweight browser that y'all can sign up for. It basically allows you to have an ad-free browsing experience, and then you can also get paid in BAT token every single month. So by clicking the little ads in the bottom right-hand corner, you get a percentage of BAT token by clicking those ads. So a good way to earn some passive income if y'all are interested. Also, CryptoTab browser allows you to mine Bitcoin straight from your web browser. Now, I don't really use this browser to browse the web, but I have it running on 2 other laptops that I don't really use anymore, and it's just running in the background to mine Bitcoin for me. So feel free to check that out as well if y'all are interested. You can also download the app on your phone and have it mining Bitcoin straight from your phone too as well. And then follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I've been a little bit more active on Instagram, so I encourage y'all to come follow me there and message me if y'all have any questions, as well as Twitter. However y'all feel it necessary to reach out to me if y'all have any questions, go ahead and do that. And then also, don't forget, you have one more week to join in and get this locked in price. Only 4 spots available, so make sure that y'all do that. And once you join, send me your Discord name so I can give you access to the private category on Discord itself. And so with that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video. Bitcoin making its way up to 8750 now, looking like it's ready to push to that 8800 level, which we know Bitcoin loves 8800. So maybe we'll find some support above it as well. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the VIP. And with that being said, CTO signing out.